Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, I'm going to read this Reddit post, and this was 6 years ago. Guys, is Death Stranding about Scientology? Or is it at least drawing from Scientology's mythology? Sounds crazy, I know. But check out these parallels between DS and Scientology. I got a credit user, Silk. I don't know how to tag him on this forum. But he and I were talking in another thread about how in the Japanese subtitles for Trailer 4, the ghost things were referred to as BT. And it was Silk that suggested that could possibly be a reference to Scientology's body thetans. Body thetans are similar to the concept of self, or the spirit or soul. A body thetan or BT is a disincarnate thetan, alien spirit, who is stuck in, on, or near a human body. And all human bodies are said to be infested by these disembodied thetans, or clusters of them. Body thetans came about approximately 75 million years ago through a catastrophe brought on by a galactic dictator named Xenu. Then I went down a Scientology rabbit hole. If you don't know the batshit crazy story, Xenu was a dictator of the Galactic Confederacy, who 75 million years ago brought billions of his people to Earth, then known as Tagak, in DC-8-like spacecraft, stacked them around volcanoes, and K'd them with hydrogen bombs. Official Scientology scriptures hold that the thetans, immortal spirits of these aliens, adhere to humans, causing spiritual and physical harm. Okay, so Xenu trapped these thetans in ice and put them around volcanoes on Earth and blew them up with hydrogen bombs, which turned them into incorporeal spirits? What does Iceland have a lot of? Volcanoes and ice. Xenu, what does he look like? South Park illustrated Xenu to look like this. And then there's a link to that video. And he is described on Wikipedia as vaguely humanoid alien with tentacles for arms. Sound familiar? And then there's a link with that. That's not all. In Scientology, the goal is to advance to a state of clear. Made me think of the 5 clear sky beings in Trailer 4. And how do you advance to the state of clear? Scientology calls it the bridge to total freedom, or simply the bridge. Another link to that. So there's a bridges reference, and you move up the bridge in gradients, levels, of increasing complexity. What's your level? The girl asked Sam. I have the extinction factor, but I think you've got me beat. But what of the babies in DS? How would these tie into Scientology? In a 1990 article, the LA Times wrote Scientologists believe that when a person, leaves, goes to the next place. Or in Scientology terms, when a thetan abandons its physical body, they go to a landing station on the planet Venus, where the thetan is reimplanted and told lies about its past life and its next life. The Venusians take the Thetan capsule it, and send it back to Earth to be thrown into the ocean off the coast of California. They quote Hubbard as saying, "If you can get out of that and through that and wander around through the cities and find some girl who looks like she is going to get married or have a baby or something like that, you're all set. And if you can find the maternity ward to a hospital or something, you're okay. And you just eventually just pick up a baby." And then there's another link to Thetan on Wikipedia. What do you think? I think it would be very sneaky and a little brilliant of Kojima to draw from Scientology mythology, because that's literally the last place most people would think to look when trying to figure out DS. Edit. And by the way, Scientology is complete and total nonsense, and I am in no way endorsing it, just pointing out similarities to it in what we've seen of DS. Rackets Mensch. The only reason I don't think this could be true is because Scientology would sue the living hell out of Kojima and Sony. And while Kojima might be crazy enough to take that risk, Sony is not. Just look at how cagey they were with the release of The Interview. No way Sony wants to take on the world's most litigious cult. Phantom Nugget responds, "Lots of laughs, that is actually a great point." And one Pangolin 4066 responds, "Not if Kojima is a Scientologist and this was made by them for them and to brainwash fans." Katira Afray, "That really depends. If they felt HK was giving a good light to Scientology, they'd approve it. Anything they find is good press, they support, especially if HK was a member. He's very private, so he could be without us knowing. But it could be that Hubbard just used super common tropes that are easily repeated in any fiction. His ideology is very cliché compared to the genre." Chaotic Confrontation. "That sounds crazy enough to be true. I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest. It'd be awesome if they did tie those concepts in together." Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing, but Suck It Clarice says, "You're getting a lot of hate, but this is definitely the best explanation I've seen to date. Good job." Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like and subscribe if you choose. Have a good day or a good night wherever you are. Peace.